Kyle, how you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man.
Nice. So we're at the Legends Festival, and we're on CLN Network. And tell me a little bit about what you've been up to lately. You've been opening dispensaries or dispensary? I'm not 100% sure. I'm a little bit in the dark on it, so you tell me.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We opened up Leaf Compassion August 11th, 2014. Since I've opened it up, I've opened 4 other ones since the first one. So we have 5 locations now. Our location in Port Alberni is the second licensed dispensary on Vancouver Island. Other than that, I've just been working hard, man. Like, we've had obstacles that we've been faced with just like everybody else. Luckily, we've never been raided or shut down, but I've definitely had to sit down with mayors and chief of polices and you name it. It hasn't been easy, but we've come a long way, like everybody. Like, look how many companies are here. Like, everyone's super friendly. And when I started, it's been almost 6 years now. There's I think about 6 dispensaries in Victoria at the time, and now we have over 100 for sure on the island, and it's come a long way, man, and I'm just keeping busy. You got to be on top of it. Like, I feel like, once it's legalized, I'll probably sleep a lot better, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you said earlier that you're a little tired. Like, it's just the industry, right? We got to be on top of it.
Everybody's running 100 miles an hour right now because they got the federal government collecting their tax dollars and using it against them, right?
Yeah, 100%, man.
The last time I actually think I talked to you, there was like an incident where the media tried to bombard your place and sort of tried to make this sort of terrible media, sort of operation. It was like a hit operation on you kind of thing.
It's pretty interesting because I wasn't actually there that day. My business partner was there. I had my managers there that day. My business partner actually kind of looks like me. So I got emails like crazy the next day saying how I'm not professional, and I got people, I didn't talk to them the right way, basically. And I responded because I have my business partner's back. He definitely felt like he got attacked. They just came through the door and they didn't ask any questions. They literally got one of these and just shoved it in the person's face at the reception desk and said, "How does it feel being illegal? Why are you doing this?" And the person started shaking and freaking out. And then that's when people came through the doorway and said, you got to get out of here. Like, he wasn't necessarily being rude, but I understand there's always better ways we can deal with it. But
he's also protecting your clients' privacy, right?
Attack everybody that was walking out the door. Like, I was very angry with that. I had to watch it over and over again. And like, after that, we had a lot of people come in the door. Like, Times Colonist came in right after you guys came in, and we ended up being in the Times Colonist Capital magazine. And they interviewed us, and it went great. Like, we had the police coming by. We had lots of great interviews after that. And I think it's just, some of these reporters don't understand absolutely at all, like, refuse to understand that this plan is so amazing, that it's helping so many people, that they attack you. Like, they literally don't even care. You can sit there and you can tell them how amazing it is, of how many different, cannabinoids and terpenes are in there, and their brains just won't understand at all. And that's the thing, what was going on was that with we now have like a whole station that was devoted for the whole year. Like, anything you watch, it was Check News, I believe. Check News for a whole year, it was all negative. There wasn't one positive thing with marijuana. And then that's when, after a year, they're like, oh wait, this is changing. And now it's like they're interviewing all the dispensaries. I refuse to talk to him. Like, I sent him an email right after, and I'm like, if this is how you work, I refuse to talk to you at all, because I'm literally trying my hardest to be as professional as I possibly can. But ever since then, everything's been changing. Even the haters are changing over and slowly understanding that this is right and it's coming and it's a long time overdue. Like,
I've noticed your spot. I haven't seen it. I haven't been to your new spots, but I've seen them on Facebook and Instagram, and it looks beautiful. You have some amazing wood tables, if I'm thinking back to the right. Yeah, am I correct?
Yeah, so basically we get all of our reception desks, our back areas and walls and everything are custom wood cedar furniture made from Josh Clark on Salt Spring Island. He's an amazing talent. We actually met him like a year and a half ago, and I told him, like, right when I met him, I'm like, I'm gonna have work for you for at least a year. And he's been going now for like, I believe, just over a year and a half. And he's just mad talent. That's the thing, right? Like, we're making good money, and we're all about being professional and showing people that, this is the right thing.
And so giving back to your community and spending within your
back in. Yeah, we're putting it right back in, and like, it's amazing. Like having dispensaries that are so professional and having well-built dispensaries. You have haters walking in all the time, and like, it's so hard for them to even say something negative, the words for them. Before, when I first started out, we didn't, like, the first dispensary as a part of, we literally had marijuana in a chest, and we picked it up, and we were like, hey, we have this weed, come get it. And, like, now they walk in and they see that, and they're like, oh, wow, like, this is really what it's about. So I think, like, all these different directions we can take to make it that much more legit, we're trying to take all of them. And it's been working. Like I said, like, we have 5 of them, and I believe we're the only chain on the island that has never been raided. Like, there's a bunch of franchises we have on the island, but I own every single one of them. I have no plan to turn Leaf Compassion into a franchise ever. So, yeah, no, and it's all about local, too. Like, everything we have at Leaf is lab tested at MB Labs in Sydney, BC, and everything we get is local. The farthest we really get is Vancouver. So it's great, man. Like, I had a couple licensed producers when I got my business license in Port Alberni contact me, send me emails, and want to meet up. And I've been sitting back like you have and seeing what they're saying. So I'm totally against that for now, and, like, I'm all about local, and I'm getting everything I need. Like, I have 5 shops, we have 15,000 members, and I'm finding everything I need on the island and locally. So,
and as you should be able to, and if there was a free market, there would absolutely be no problem in you finding your product.
Yeah, 100%. As long as we test it, like, I've always said that since really day one. Like, if we have machines that we can go to and test our cannabis and find out the terpenes and cannabinoid profiles and really properly dose people, then that's the biggest concern I've ever heard to this day. So that's now been eliminated. We now test everything. For the most part, everybody here is testing it. So it's like, that's why I'm excited. We're right in the middle of it, right? Like, you're in the middle of it, we're in the middle of it. It's just about to become legalized. It's exciting times, man.
And so that's what we're doing with the Cannabis Growers of Canada, is we're getting everybody. Essentially, we're a trade organization and lobbyist organization that is fighting for that free market that we all want to see. And really, I see that having all of us as a group come together and have that stamp and saying, we're all together as the Cannabis Growers of Canada, and seeing that logo, when you see that logo on a window of a dispensary such as your own, hey, those people are getting all tested products, and all their stuff is legit, and it's the small farmers that are the people that built the industry, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I've heard a lot about you guys. I've never heard one bad thing ever, so you guys got to be doing something right. But yeah, I know that you guys are all about testing, and, like, I'm always looking for local, suppliers for sure. Like, I've just met like 3 different people today that are also local producers that, we're going to be linking up with probably, and we'll get them on the shelf. But that's why we need events like this, because it's going to be legalized. We're all, we're sticking around. I don't plan on going anywhere. I plan on being around as long as I possibly can. So it's good, man. Like I would love to link up with you guys and, put your stickers up, support people. We're on the Weed Maps too, so all these new companies. I just love it.
So how do you feel about the licensed producer scheme?
Well, you know what? The licensed producer thing it's just very interesting because, for example, when I opened up my dispensary on Salt Spring, I found out that one of the grow ops who was, I think it's called Foxglove Farms on Salt Spring, they applied for a Health Canada grow op. They set it all up, and they basically had to tear everything down because they got spooked. They got a letter saying that, no, you're not good enough. And what I was told when I first opened, I got it from a good 20 people, that they had the top of the top thing set up. Like, you couldn't get better. So it seems like they were picking and choosing. And the biggest thing that I noticed at the very beginning was that when all of these licensed producers opened up, it seemed like the first 7 all had the same website. Like, it was just a different name, all completely the same, like, development of the website. So, it's questionable. Like, I don't know at all what's going on in that side, but all I know is what we're doing here, like what you're doing, what we're doing, what this, Cannamall's doing. It should have been legalized before. We should have had that local opportunity, and then you go and be like, okay, you want to have like a Cisco for marijuana? Then we're going to have that. You build the facility, you get a license. But we've completely skipped what should have been first. And that's why, it is kind of confusing. But I believe, honestly, like what you're doing right, what we're all doing here is right. And it's been right since day one. It's very simple. It's, you find it, you get it tested, you give it to people, you explain it to people to person. Like the online thing, like I've never shipped any of our products online. Like, we don't offer that, but one day maybe we will. But who knows, man?
How do you feel about the licensed producers basically lobbying the government and funding, throwing money towards the government to actually have people like us put in prison and shut down.
Yeah, I know, it's very unfortunate. Like, my whole life, I've always been the fighter, right? And you're always going to have those people, a group of people, one or two people, whatever, a group of people out there not wanting you to do something. And my whole life, the older I'm getting, I'm just, you're really learning that if you find it and you love it and you know what you're doing is right, you just continue to do it. So I honestly, I'm taking it, I think I take it pretty lightly. Like, I have workers, but I understand where they're coming from. It's my business, I'm risking, I've been doing it for a while, but every time I hear all this drama that's negative, that can potentially hurt my business, then I just brush it off. Like, honestly, I don't stress about it. I've talked to, like I said, police, chief mayors, councilors, everyone you can really think of that really makes choices in municipalities, and they agree with everything we're doing too. So it's a battle that hopefully is about to end very soon.
So it's all about building that community and really having, treating each other like we're a big giant family and having each other's back through this time that we're really going through, or this struggle, right?
100%, man.
For sure. Actually, before I let you go, I gotta let you check out some of my strains here. I don't know if you've seen this. This is not my personal stuff, but this is some stuff that I'm carrying for some amazing growers out there. This is the Sweet Jesus. What do you think of that?
That's nice.
It's something else, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's brand new to the scene.
It almost looks like an AK-47 mixed with a Nukin.
It looks like it's from the moon.
Yeah, kind of.
That's what I get. It's like a moon bud.
It's an interesting bud. I like it, man. That smells really fire.
Yeah, so awesome to see you, my friend. Let's enjoy the sunshine and let's go have a dab. All right.
Cheers, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.